Well, let's try out writing task 1, the academic version. So with the academic version, we're looking at charts and graphs and things of that nature, and then we're explaining them in our writing. But still, we have that introduction, body, conclusion. And that's the structure of it. And so it's a little easier if you just keep that in mind. And the introduction is actually very, very easy. It's almost just restating what you find in the question. So let's read the question and get started. So the charts below show 3 social indicators for Wikipedia editors in the year 2011. Write a report outlining the main features of the data presented. You should write at least 150 words. Okay. We will measure words at the end to make sure that I've written 150 words. Okay, that's not too long. Let me just start with the introduction here. So, as I mentioned, we're just restating the question in slightly different words. So I could say the charts, or these charts, and what do they show? Essentially, they show we have age groups, education, and gender. So we could say the charts show the age, education, nothing else, right? And I'll say education level, and gender. And they're talking about Wikipedia editors. So the chart shows the age, education level, and gender of Wikipedia editors. It's actually a specific time, isn't it? If you look down here, source, Wikimedia Foundation, 2011, editor survey, April 2011. Okay, so this is Wikipedia editors in April 2011, specifically. Okay, that's a very short introduction. You could probably do 2 sentences, but I'm just going to do 1 sentence. Really simple introduction. The chart shows the age, education level, and gender of Wikipedia editors in April 2011. Now let's just start the body of this essay. Okay, so I'm looking at these charts here, taking it in. Rather fascinating. I actually love looking at charts and graphs. This is a pie chart. They're a lot of fun. And I love Wikipedia too, so maybe that's why I chose this graphic. So what can we see? That's a great way to start. You could say, we can see, ages, that there is a wide variety of age groups or ages among Wikipedia editors. And now if you're looking at that first graph there, first chart where it says editor age groups, what do you see? Now you might see something different than I see, and that's okay. There's a lot of different angles that you can take on these, just what looks interesting to you or what stands out as remarkable or as different or interesting. So I'm looking at the 40 plus group, and it's at 28%. Do you see that in the red? 40 plus is 28%. That's larger than any of the other groups. Here, I thought they were all kids writing on the Wikipedia. These Wikipedia articles, they're actually people who are mature adults. Wow, so 40 plus, 28%. I mean, I consider myself mature and I'm not in that group yet, but you know what I mean. So I could write a sentence like the oldest age group and let me describe, which includes those age 40 and older. What do I want to say about them? It's the largest group, right? 28% is larger than any of the other groups. So is also the largest age group. It's the oldest age group, and it's also the largest. That's kind of interesting to me. And you can put in parentheses if you want the percentage, 28%. Okay, that's something interesting. You know, there's something else that surprises me, so I'm going to put the word surprisingly. Look at that, 12 to 17. Those are very young. Those are children. 12 to 17, that surprises me. So I'm just going to say, surprisingly, there are some very young editors who are children under age 18. And again, we can put 13% of the total. Okay, so those are some interesting things I found in the age portion. How about that chart over on the right? That's really obvious that they're mostly males, right? These are not female editors. Only 9% female, 90% male. So that really stands out to me as being something I should put into my essay. So I will say, let me just make a new paragraph to make it clear to you. So I'll say that, where did my cursor go? The chart on the right makes it obvious that males dominate this position. And it's an overwhelming, I think it's overwhelming, 90% of them are men. All right, so what else? According to the data, if you're looking at the middle graph, the middle chart, it talks about their education. So according to the data, what can we say about the education levels? So we have the undergrad, the undergrad would be a 4-year college degree or a 2-year college degree, bachelor's or associate's degree. Secondary would be like senior high or high school. Primary would be children. Primary and secondary would be under 18. Master's would be an advanced university degree. PhD would be also an advanced university degree, a doctorate. Okay, so what can we say? According to the data, they seem highly educated overall. That's kind of impressive. So then that's what I'm seeing in this data. Maybe you're seeing it differently, but I'll say, according to the data, Wikipedia editors are highly educated. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I'm looking at the advanced degrees, so I'll say, and just all the college degrees with a significant portion, let's say a majority, 61% to my math, having at least an associate's degree, or you could say college degree. how did I get that 61% figure? Well, you can see I just added their 35% undergrads plus 18% masters plus 8% PhD. So all of those people went to college, went to university. And so 61%, that means the majority of these people are well educated. And then as far as the advanced university degrees, it's about, 18% masters plus 8% PhD. That's 26%. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to say more than a quarter of the editors (26%) more than a quarter of the editors had earned an advanced degree. Okay, so that's my body. I just talked about all three of these charts, and now let's just summarize what our findings are. So you can say, in summary, Wikipedia editors in 2011 were mostly male, and a majority of them had an impressive level of education. Or should we, of education. But also there was a lot of variety, so we could finish off with they were all different ages. Ranging from teenagers to mature adults in their 40s and older. Okay, now I didn't write very much. I had a very short introduction, and then my body, I talked about all three charts in the summary. Again, we're just restating the question and kind of what we see in these graphs. We're kind of summarizing the body. So let's see if I wrote 150 words. Let me look at this here, and I'm going to pull down my ribbons to find out our word count. Oh, look at that. I just made it. Look at the bottom, 153 words. Look at that. So that's actually enough, as short as it is. You could write a little bit more than that too, but I made 150 words on writing task 1, academic. Thanks for watching.